Alright, welcome back. Today we're going to be making a helical sweep. So as you can see, I have the part brought up here. We're just going to be making a spring for this tutorial. So we're going to get over into Creo. Like every other time, we're going to have to select our working directory. So just drill down to where you want everything to save to, and then do a new part. We want it to be the type to be a part. We want it to be a subtype is solid. So I'm going to give it a name. And we want to use the default template and hit OK. The next thing we need to do is we need to actually get into the helical sweep command. So to do that, go to the ribbon here where it says sweep, hit the down arrow and go to helical sweep. The next thing that we need to do is we need to set up our references for the path and stuff like that. So we're just going to click on the reference here. We need to define the sweep profile, so just click define here, and it's going to bring you up to this sketch window again. So the next thing we need to do is we just need to select the datum plane we want it to actually sketch on. We're going to click the front datum plane. You can see that it's automatically selecting our reference to be the right datum plane and the orientation to be right. So that is how we want it. That is how we want it. So we're going to hit sketch here, and then we're going to go into the sketch view. Next thing we need to do is we need to set up a center line because it will be revolving around something. So that's going to work the same way as we did the revolve, or if you're doing a mirror or an array or anything like that. So we're just going to click on the center line command up here, and we're going to put that on that vertical reference, and that's what's going to actually revolve our cross section around. So the next thing we need to do is we need to just set up a path for it to follow. We're just going to do a vertical line for that. And then how this works is our cross section revolves around this center line, but it will actually pass through the path we want it to go. So you'll see what I mean by that in just a second. So this is fine for us. Our dimensions aren't too important. So we're just going to click OK. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to set up our cross section. So to do that, it works the same way as it did with the regular sweep that we did last time. You're going to come up to this edit sweep section command, this this paper and pencil looking icon. Click on that, and then we're just going to add a circle up here at the origin for this, or the origin for our path, not the actual origin of the whole part. So we'll just say we'll make that a diameter of 5 for the circle, and that's all we need for that. And then, as you can see, like I was saying, it revolves around that that center line, and you can see how it actually passes through the path here. Then there's a couple other options that you can do with this. You can go up here, you can change the pitch. So if you want it to be a little bit more dense, or if you want there to be more space between each coil. So maybe if we put this up to 30, you can see that or 50, you can see how there's less coils. If we go down to something like 10, there's obviously a lot more. So we'll put that back at 20. That seems like a pretty good spot for that. So as you can see, we have our spring. Now, if we want to go through and edit it, there's a couple other things we can do here. So if we go back in here and click on helical sweep and right click, we're going to do edit definition, and then we're going to actually change this path that it's going to follow. So we're going to go back up here in the references, and we're going to hit edit for the helix sweep profile. We're going to get that normal to approach again, and we're just going to add two arcs here. So we're just going to drag this over here, and we're going to use that tangent constraint again up there. So we're going to make that tangent. And then we're going to also add a slight one down there as well. So it's really slight. The final thing that you have to do before you actually get out of this, though, is you have to click on that point, or one of the endpoints, right click, and then click start point. That's going to tell where the sketch is the path's going to actually start again. So if you don't do that, you're going to get an error. So if that error pops up, that could be a reason. So with that, we're just going to click the green check mark, and as you can see, we now have a spring that actually follows this path. The coils go through and touch that that path there with those curves and stuff. So it doesn't have to be just a straight line. As you can see, you can go through and have a couple different arcs and different angles and things like that in it. With that, we're just going to click the green check mark, get out of it. You can see that that is our spring. Just like every other time, we're going to go through, we're going to change the color of it. We'll make this one whatever this marble looking thing is. And we're just going to click on the helical sweep, hit OK, and as you can see, it has that different texture for it. And like every other thing, the final thing that you have to do is you just need to go through and save it. So we're going to hit the save icon. It's going to save to our working directory, and we're going to hit OK. And as you can see, we now have that part. So after it's saved, everything's good, and that's it. So hope this helps, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one.